What's going on, everyone? My name's Avery and you're watching the Crypto News Network. I like to make in-depth videos once in a while, and it's been a minute since I did my last one, so I think it's time for another one. This video is going to be on something that I think is pretty interesting, the 0x protocol. This video is one out of probably 2 or 3 that I'll do. Instead of making a massive 20-minute video, I think it would be better if I broke it down to 2 or 3. So in this series, I'll explain what the 0x protocol is, what it isn't, the pros and cons of the protocol, and some other stuff. So let's get into it. 0x is a decentralized exchange protocol, which is different than being an outright decentralized exchange. I'll get into why that is, but it requires a little bit of background first. Starting off, before I go super deep into things, I feel like I should address some general problems that 0x is addressing. This first portion of the video is heavily sourced from the first 0x article on Medium written by Will Warren, the CEO of 0x. The problem is the difference between application and protocol, and how tokenization of both can lead to different network effects. First, I'll go over the differences between dApps and protocols. For example, there are crypto economic protocols such as proof of work that maintains consensus on Bitcoin and other blockchains. There are network protocols that purely facilitate communication between nodes that don't need crypto economic incentives to work. Additionally, there are protocols that are embedded in smart contracts, such as the upcoming Ethereum Casper protocol. Because Casper is a native protocol to Ethereum, we can also distinguish the difference between native protocols and non-native or third-party protocols built on Ethereum. dApps are a bit different than protocols. In the simplest of terms, a dApp utilizes a protocol in order to work. For example, the dApp Augur, which is a decentralized prediction market built on top of 2 protocols, a decentralized oracle protocol, and an oracle is something that fetches off-chain data, and a decentralized exchange protocol. The Augur dApp builds on top of these 2 protocols to make their prediction market. So what you can take out of this is that 2 protocols are very different from each other naturally. You have a decentralized oracle and a decentralized exchange. And Augur is a targeted use case dApp. This means that the characteristics allow the protocols to be decoupled from each other and from any particular application or use case. Each protocol could be used for a variety of applications unrelated to prediction markets. In this blog post, Will mentions a couple things that I view to be profoundly significant. The first being the problem of overconstraining, and the second being network effects. An excerpt reads, "App coins that are directly coupled to a dApp system of smart contracts are the antithesis of standardization. Many custom and incompatible contracts with varying levels of quality and security, all implementing the same functionality. What do end users get out of it? A larger attack surface, multiple configuration processes, app coins, and learning curves to deal with." This is a super interesting point, and something that I think is very relevant to the booming ecosystem of ICOs and LinkedIn blockchain experts. Everyone is trying to make something, which isn't inherently bad when thinking about it from a micro level, but on a macro perspective, when we as blockchain fanatics preach about mass adoption, we skip right over the fact that masses won't be interested in using 5 different tokens to execute utility on 5 different dApps. This is part of what 0x is trying to solve. There's an issue of lack of standardization, which leads to redundancy. The lack of standardization among dApps in the ecosystem leads to something that we'll call parallel redundancy. This redundancy is a result of different dApps with parallel implementations of the same type of smart contract. So to elaborate on this, check out this example that was used by Will Warren during a presentation at Coinbase. The cool thing about 0x is that it allows other smart contracts to programmatically execute trades on a single line of Solidity code. So this can enable smart contracts to work more efficiently and enables interoperability between different dApps and smart contracts. So for example, we have a dApp that utilizes file storage, which is Filecoin, fog computing or cloud computing, which is Golem, and a dispatcher called Snow, which I actually don't have a whole ton of information on, but it was in the example. Anyway, things like Filecoin, Golem, and Snow are their own project with different tokens associated respectively. As an end user of this dApp, you would most likely not want to use a handful of different tokens, which are highly volatile and speculative crypto assets, in order to use the protocol. It's overwhelming and contributes to an unnecessarily technical and cumbersome user experience. So in this example, this dApp would accept a stablecoin such as Tether from an end user. I should point out, I'm actually a super non-fan of Tether, but this is not like my own examples. These are from a different presentation. The dApp would then use 0x to purchase 0x tokens, which will be used to fuel trades for the other tokens such as Filecoin and Golem and Snow. Those acquired tokens are then consumed by the dApp. So this is incredibly powerful because all of this would be done out of the sight of the end user. So it makes it such that dApps can have a wider functionality to incentivize use. On top of that, the 0x protocol makes it so that the user can use a single cryptocurrency in order to make the whole dApp work. Being on the more technical side of things, I think this is addressing a massive problem. Innovation in blockchain is great, fast-paced, and really inspiring, yet I can't identify a single dApp that I could show to my parents without a 20-minute dissertation followed by links to YouTube explainers and Satoshi's emails. If we want blockchain to really become usable, dApps need to be simple, quick, and smart with very low barrier to entry. So we're far off from that utopia of blockchain excellence, but 0x is definitely stepping in the right direction. In my next video, I'm going to go over exactly how 0x works at a protocol level and distinguish the differences between version 1 of the protocol to the newer version 2. Another thing I'm going to try and address in here is I'm going to try and stay very non-biased. So I will try and address some of the weaknesses that people see in the protocol and some of the complaints that people have as well. Like I said, I'm trying to keep these pretty short, so that's all I could fit in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It'll take me a few days for part 2 to get posted, so if you like how I explain things, go ahead and toss me a like and subscribe so you can get part 2 or part 3. If you like 0x or dApps in general, please share this video. This video was put together with a bunch of fantastic resources that I'll link in the description for everyone to check out. If there's anything I missed or got wrong in this video, please comment under the video. We are all learning here, so let's keep the conversation going. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments, and thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.